So she's no longer gonna be unapologetically herself? Nah, say it ain't so.
Angel Reese has been suspended from the WNBA for life. The reason for this is that, well, you obviously believed you could get away with such a violation. No, you actually believed you might become the next Caitlin Clark-style basketball legend.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
But here's the twist. It didn't even come close to working. You're just sitting on the sidelines all the time, while Caitlin is still in her own league.
That was probably the hardest time of my life, just because I never took a break from basketball and I didn't realize mental health was important.
Believe it or not, Angel, you are not the first baller to go down this route to ruin. Do you remember Rashard Lewis from the year 2000? He was caught using performance-enhancing substances. Pets believed he was smooth until his suspension ended, and boom, career took a turn for the worse. And let's not forget about OJ Mayo, who was actually suspended from the NBA for using drugs. But guess what? Steroids didn't assist one of these guys. Juiced up, thought they would be cheating on everyone, and ended up being kicked out of the league instead. Now you're Angel, using the same playbook, but it's much worse because, girl, did you really think that steroids would make you the next Caitlin Clark? Let's face it, even after getting juiced up, you were still unable to play at the same level as Caitlin, who is out there hitting buzzer beaters seem like layups. If you were hoping that some injections would help close the talent gap, you should reconsider.
We'll give it up to Allen. They're going to give up that shot to her. Reese puts it up. Count the bucket. Body bucket and one for Angel.
May have the best nose for the basketball in the W. Good job staying with their concentration on this finish. Nice tap by Camilla.
Since then, you've been feeling the heat, let's call it what it is. When Caitlin Clark arrived on the scene, Angel, the excitement that had once surrounded you began to fade. You were supposed to be the next big WNBA star, but instead you ended up living in Caitlin's shadow. She's out here dropping threes from the parking lot while you've been fighting to keep up. What does someone do when the pressure gets too much? It seems like you decided to use steroids because you thought that would be the great equalizer. In case you missed it, it wasn't.
Degree of difficulty on this catch was big time. I don't know how she got herself shot ready in time, especially
Trailing 71-59. Angel Reese, what she got in her. Oh, she draws the contact. Get in there. Count it. Shy Barbie going to work.
One thing that Angel Reese is not going to do, and that's shy away from contact. She doesn't care if it's Nneka Ogwumike or someone from the SEC. She is going right through the chest of her defender. It's the
anchor for this group last year.
If you're enjoying this video, here's why this entire steroid plan was wrong from the beginning. You should like and subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. You can't just inject a little strength and create Caitlin Clark's remarkable court vision, her clutch gene, or her range that makes defenders weep. Those things come from talent and hard work, not from a pill. Okay, so maybe you thought that getting bigger would make you stronger, faster, and better on defense, but no amount of fake muscle could give you what Caitlin has. She also has a basketball IQ that you can't teach. And guess what? No steroids can buy that either. There is more to flash basketball than just brute force.
Can't you just say she's doing the Moses Malone? Remember old Moses, one of your favorite big men? He'd get 18 rebounds, 7 of them from his own misses. Come on. But anyway, Jason, this is what we brought up a couple days ago. The aesthetic quality with Angel is simply not there. I'm not saying there's not a value to her game.
It's all about skill and execution, and Caitlin has both in spades. She's playing chess while you were out here pounding pawns. If it were, there wouldn't be a need for strategy for plays or game plans. The fact is, Angel, your desire to excel led you to a point where lying seemed like the greatest option. Only method to compete, but it didn't make you a better player. Rather, it made you a poorer one. Instead of honing your craft, you chose shortcuts, and now look where you're facing a lifetime ban from the WNBA. Gosh, did you think anyone would figure out? The WNBA was simply going to ignore the fact that you went from 0 to 60 pretty quickly. Steroids aren't subtle, are they? Angel, the WNBA isn't a moron. They see the warning signs, and once they learned about it, you were out of business. However, players glancing up out of the blue is a massive red flag. But really, even if you weren't caught, would this have really solved your issue? Did you think that getting stronger or bigger would make you shoot like Steph Curry or lock down on defense like Kawhi Leonard? No, Caitlin Clark isn't using her physical strength to outplay and outclass you on the court. Steroids won't help you with that.
Minnesota Lynx team needed. Snatched her up from Chicago. Here goes Reese, penetrating with 6 points to go with her 8 rebounds.
I like when Angel Reese takes it off the bounce. I like her ability, her
Jones blocked by Reese. Gets her own miss. On top, Mabry shuffles it over. Evans for 3. Offensive rebound, put back and a foul.
That's what she does, NBA. One of the most prolific rebounds.
Now that the WNBA has announced that you'll be suspended for life, the news is making headlines, and you, Angel Reese, are left wondering what to do. The answer is straightforward. There is no turning back from this. You may attempt to rebuild your reputation in a different league, perhaps abroad, or in a less competitive setting, but the damage has already been done, and your name will always be linked to this scandal.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
While all of this is going on, Caitlin Clark is undoubtedly laughing. She didn't need steroids. Instead, she just kept working hard and went on with her grind. Now, she's out there smashing records, cashing checks, and making sure her name is recorded in basketball history. You attempted to manipulate the system, Angel, but it only backfired.
Carter against Horston. We're going to be watching that matchup all night long. Carter does a great job getting by Jordan there. Now on Agumake. Good bounce pass to Reese. Up and in.
If there is one lesson to be learned from this entire crisis, it is that shortcuts never work. You believed that steroids would be your ticket to glory, but all they got you was a lifetime suspension. Rather than working harder, improving, and earning your place, you took the easy route, and now you are on the outside looking in while Caitlin Clark continues to dominate the game as if she were born to do so. Someone who should have known better chose to enter this chaotic mess. Yes, people, Teresa Witherspoon is the famous Teresa Witherspoon, a well-known figure in the basketball community, is currently being disparaged. She got involved in this matter because she thought it was a good idea to support and even encourage Angel Reese's risky behavior. Let's just say that her actions have not only destroyed Angel's career, but have also shocked the WNBA as a whole, particularly the Chicago Sky, who are now at the center of a terrible circumstance.
Reese trying to seal inside. Reese the shovel. Cardoso the finish. Here's Stewart going to work on Reese. Gets partially blocked by Angel Reese. Reese running the floor. Oh, what a pass! Jonquel Jones on the money to Reese. Big to big.
pass by Jonquel Jones right over the top. But watch this catch.
Wow.
There's very little space to catch Corral and finish.
Reminds me of the and one she had in the win against Indiana in Chicago.
Second team foul here for the Aces. Got to get to 5 to be in the bonus. Mabry looking for something, finds Reese, that's something. And Reese trying to make herself available, does on the post. Gets her first field goal to go.
Mobile and Wi-Fi provider of the Chicago Sky. Nothing has been more reliable.
Over the years, Teresa Witherspoon has received praise for her leadership and mentoring, but it seems like she lost her game at some point. Perhaps you believed Angel was the Chicago Sky's golden ticket back to the top, and you were prepared to do whatever it took to get her there. But now look where it's placed you, right in the middle of this. Chaos driven by steroids.
Splits the defenders. Shot blocked from behind by Angel Reese.
Leading scorer tied now with Skylar Diggins-Smith.
Reese, the flip shot with the right hand, no good, but gets her own rebound again, goes through traffic and scores. Angel Reese, high post to Gumake, flashes, probably shouldn't have put the ball on the deck because there were a lot of hands down there. Here's Allen with it. Back to Harrison, pump fakes inside. Reese flips it up with the left hand and scores.
Teresa Witherspoon, you were once a trailblazer, a legend.
An inspiring team leader who excelled as a defender and a playmaker, Teresa Witherspoon was the heart and soul of the New York Liberty. She led New York to 4 WNBA Finals appearances, including in 1999 when she pulled off one of the most iconic plays in league history.
Teresa Witherspoon, you were once a trailblazer and a legend.
Yeah, baby! Here we go, here we go, here we go!
However, in an attempt to stay up with a player that neither you nor Angel could touch, you have managed to undercut everything you once stood for by pushing a player to cut corners. What did you anticipate happening? In 1F sweep, corners destroyed her career and the Chicago Sky's reputation along with it. Do you think the WNBA was right to use Reese as an example, Teresa? Please feel free to express your opinions in the comment section below.
An easy layup. And this creates energy. We saw
3 points separating these sides, a little over 3 to go in the opening quarter.
Look for Marina Mabry to get her number called on this possession.
How about the mid-range jumper from Angel Reese? First time we've seen her hit from about 8.
Dana Evans' hesitation into traffic finds Angel Reese, who finds a bucket.
Lindsay Allen in off the bench for the Sky now, along with Kennedy Carter, so some of that second unit in for Chicago. Reese jabs, drives, and finishes at
the rim. Mabry, it's a deep one, rattles it in for her first three-pointer of the night.
It's really good here. Watch this action. Marina Mabry takes her defender down, makes a V cut to come get
Mabry the rebound. Outlet up to Allen, who's been really good in this game. Over to Dana Evans, looking for options. Reese in the lane. There's an option and one.
Not only is Angel Reese feeling the effects of this scandal, but the entire Chicago Sky organization is also dealing with the fallout. Once a reputable WNBA franchise, the Sky are now at the center of a scandal that could harm their entire season, if not their future as a franchise. Teresa, when you allowed this to happen under your watch, you not only damaged your reputation but also the Chicago Skies, the fans, the sponsors, and the entire basketball community. Everyone is staring at the Sky and shaking their heads. This is a team that is supposed to embody excellent teamwork and ethics on the court, but now they are embroiled in a scandal. IT implies none of those items are present in their ranks.
Get it right back. Williams to Angel Reese for her first points tonight. Angel Reese is calling for it. Mabry finds her, the post up, shoulder shake, right around Naz Hillman for 2.
Lead back to 3. Evans has found her way around the rim. And again, another defensive play.
Nothing but Chicago bodies ahead, extending the lead to 5.
And trying to post up down low as Jessica Carter on her, another rookie out of Mississippi State. Reese going to work. Reese putting it up and in off the glass. Back-to-back Angel Reese buckets.
I mean, she said, well, first I'm going to score on the reigning MVP, but now I'm going to score.
And if you thought the damage to your reputation was terrible, let's talk about what's been happening on the court ever since this problem started to surface. The Chicago Sky's performances have been nothing short of abysmal. They've been on a losing streak so bad that it's difficult to watch, and it makes sense that when your team's focus shifts from playing fantastic basketball to hiding steroid scandals, the results on the court will inevitably deteriorate. Witherspoon, you have essentially led this team into a basketball style that is hardly recognizable. It's what the fans have begun to refer to as haram ball. That's right, the kind of basketball that is so crazy and directionless that you start to wonder if the players even remember how to run a proper play. The teamwork has vanished, the chemistry has been thrown out the window, and the players have become a ghost of their former selves due to the toxic environment created by your leadership, or lack thereof. The team's offense has been a complete mess, with players looking more like they're running a pickup game at the local gym than playing professional basketball. So, How did things go so wrong? Well, it all begins at the top. Witherspoon, as head coach, should be the uniting force behind this team, but instead of encouraging a culture of responsibility and diligence, you allowed shortcuts to be taken by authorizing Angel Reese's use of steroids. This sent a message to the rest of the team that winning by any means necessary was more important than playing the game correctly. And when that occurs, the entire foundation breaks down when players lose faith in one another and in you. When trust is lost, teamwork ensues, as evidenced by the way this guy plays, with each player wanting to be a hero and solve the problem on their own, only making it worse. Angel Reese may wish to concentrate solely on her admirers at this time, but the Chicago sky may return to its pre-Clark state. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you liked this video. Stay tuned for more.